Hi, welcome. Okay, this is the after video. If you're just stumbling on this video, definitely check out my before video and then come to this video. This is the after video. So I was showing in my before video of how I've always wanted the Ascended Masters from Doreen Virtue. It's out of print. So this can be used for any out of print deck that you have your heart set on that you want, but you don't want to pay like $200 on eBay for. And I decided one night, I explained in my before video that as I was going to sleep, I was like, you know what, $200, I'm never going to spend $200 in an out-of-print deck, no matter how much I want it. And as I was about to go to sleep, I saw a Russian version was selling for $30. So I was like, why don't I get the Russian version and try just translating it and sticking the English on the cards and use it for my own purposes. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I don't want to spend $200. So here we are at the after video. I showed you in the before video what the deck looked like when I received it in the Russian language, and now I'm showing you how I doctored it up to be English. Okay, so all I needed, to be honest, the supplies, was this, let me turn it the right way. It's a silver marker. It's Pilot. It's a fine point. So it's one of those that you shake and it comes out fine. And then I used these labels that were 1 inch by 2 5/8 inches, just so you get an idea. So what a journey this was, I have to tell you. I'm happy with it. You guys can tweak it however you want. At first I wanted to see what it would look like if I just wrote on the cards. I didn't really like that. So I decided to use the labels. And if you could see, I wrote in silver, Ascended Masters Doreen Virtue. And on the back I wrote, receive loving guidance from powerful spiritual teachers and healers, because the whole deck, see the the Russian language, I would have no idea. The only thing I can make out is the number 44. There are 44 cards in here. So yes, this is the Russian version that I got for $30. Instead of being gouged the English version for $200, and that's the whole point. I saved a lot of money. I wanted to try this out. Of course, you guys can type, and make labels and literally type it. I just wanted to handwrite it. I didn't want to take that much time. I just wanted it done. It didn't have to be perfect for me. But if you're more particular, you can always type your labels and have it clearer. So let me show you how they came out on the cards. So again, I didn't really care about the guidebook. I never use guidebooks anyway. So again, this is the Russian version, so I would have no idea what the heck this is saying. I mean, look at this. So I don't really care. I don't need the guidebook. The cards, the Ascended Masters, again, if you saw the before video, I've wanted this forever. I really didn't want to spend $200. I just refuse. So anyway, the backs of the cards, they're gorgeous. And what a journey this was. I wanted to make this video right away as soon as I finished doing this because, for example, underneath here was the name in Russian of what the guy was saying, and then this was the name of the guy. What I decided to do was just write on the label up top who it was, Paul the Venetian, and what the key words were. It was artistic expression. So always on top I put who it was and then the message. And so this was artistic expression, and I have to tell you how I did it, how I translated it. I mean, I guess you could use Google and plug in the words and ask to translate, but I went right to a YouTube video and watched a review of the deck, and then I kept pausing the video a million times. Every time they showed a card, I would pause it so I could see the image, know who it was and what the message was. And so I did that, and to be honest, it didn't take that much time. I did it within an hour. Again, I didn't want to type the labels. I just wanted to hand write it, so it was pretty quick. And the journey of it was pretty cool because I have to tell you, I learned how to spell everyone's name. You know how some Ascended Masters, you have no idea. It made me get up close and personal with them. I almost had a chuckle and laugh. It felt like they were cheering me on with my creative idea of doing it this way. Almost like they were happy I found a way to get them to, and I don't know, I felt like they were playing along with me. It was just weird and a really cool journey. And so I'm glad I had this kind of brain fart at 3 a.m. in the morning, deciding let me just buy this cheaper Russian version and try and convert it to English and save myself hundreds and hundreds of dollars. If you've ever wanted to get your hands on the Ascended Masters, you could do this or any other out of print deck. So again, you might not like, I'll show you the cards, how they look, but you know, I just stuck the label where it doesn't even affect the picture. It just so happens this is the border up here, and then it had some decoration and the name of the person. So I wasn't hiding anything here, and I didn't take away from the image. The image is all below, so I can still, you know, sink myself into the energy of the actual image without any obstruction. And up here, know who it is and what the message is. Artistic expression. And again, you can make it neater. You might have better handwriting than me, or you could type it and it will be even better when you can be creative. But it came out fine for me, you know. Here, Isis, this is balance, career, and home life. And it doesn't affect the image here. Here you have Paramahansa Yogananda, choose peace. I'm just showing, you know, here, come out of the closet. It didn't affect the images at all. Clear and shield your energy. And I have who it is. I'm perfectly fine with this for $30. Crystals. And I get the image and the key message and who it is. Here we go. Oh, I think this is Athena. Yep. Athena detached from the drama. And honestly, I got this for $30 in a Russian language, and then I put the English messages on top. And for those that don't need a guidebook anyway, you usually don't look at the guidebook, to be honest. Drink more water. This is fine. I'd rather pay $30 and take an hour of my time. And for out-of-print decks, I mean, when I had this creative idea, I was like, I'm going to try it. I mean, what do I have to lose? I'm never going to spend $200 on this deck. Never, never, never. And I'm really glad I did it. I have the cards in my hands. I'm going to treasure them, and it's for me. And, you know, people I do personal readings for, I can certainly still use this deck. They probably get a kick out of it. This is so me that I doctored it up like this. I mean, I don't do professional. I don't charge for my readings. I'm reading friends and things like that. It's so, you know, I think it was just cool. At least I have it. Merlin, this is energy healing. Just so you get an idea of these cards. Father, husband, brother, son. This is Pan. I got to know them. That was what was so interesting. It's like, I didn't even see this yet, and I knew this is Pan. Fertility. You kind of even learn the cards even more. You kind of learn more about these ascended masters, more, you know, when you're spelling it out, when you're getting up close trying to figure it out. Krishna, find the blessing in your current situation. And I love how the cards, it didn't go into the image. At first, honestly, I was like, how am I going to put am I going to write next to it? Am I going to put a label here? Am I going to put a label, like, yeah, it took a minute to figure it out where, but I'm perfectly happy. Lakshmi, flow of prosperity. So you get the idea. So this is what I did, and I used a silver ballpoint. You can use whatever you want. If you don't like how this came out, you can use, you know, you could follow your heart. St. Francis, I love this image. But, and you see the Russian on the bottom. But, so this is what I did. Oh, I love this card, Freedom. Yep, Heine, what a gorgeous image. So I got my Ascended Masters, go now, and I didn't pay $200 for it. Let it go, Kuan Yin. So again, you know, you could definitely, if you don't like your handwriting, you know, you could definitely type it, but I just didn't want to take that much time. I just wanted to enjoy these cards, and to me, it didn't have to be perfect. I'm perfectly happy now. Meditate. I can definitely do a reading for myself, listen, and get these spiritual messages. And I have this out-of-print deck, and I didn't spend $100, $200, and whatever they're selling it for on eBay. If you're lucky to see 2 or 3 of them periodically show up on eBay, they're hundreds of dollars. They're a lot of money. So I had this idea at like 3 a.m. in the morning when I saw, you know, the English versions were like $200, but then this Russian version was only $30, including shipping, that I decided, why don't you get the Russian version and just then translate it? And just get who it is, Archangel Michael, and you can do it. And what else do you need? You have the whole image here, and you have the deck for like $30 instead of $200. And what I'm going to do too, I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So if I do a reading, I mean, I like it. It's not so obtrusive. I did the silver ink, so it's a little sparkly. I will say this deck, for some reason, the English version was gilded, but mine, this one is not. But I can also self-gild. You can self-gild, you know, get an ink stamp and do the sides. I'm still thinking of what color. I might do it gold, maybe. Or something, but you could self-gild too. Just get those little ink stamps from Delicata or whatever, and you know, line your cards, each card with the stamp, and do self-gilding too. So I'm really satisfied. This was the after video of afterwards of what I did to doctor it up and make it English from Russian. And I'm perfectly happy with it. The top card, Artistic Expression. Well, I expressed myself with these cards. So this is the after video, Paul the Venetian, and it doesn't take away from the image. I really lucked out with that because the image didn't start until here was the frame of the picture going down. So again, I mean, if you ever wanted to get your hands on this Ascended Masters and don't want to pay hundreds and hundreds, or any other out-of-print deck that you love, maybe if you find it in a different language on eBay for much cheaper. I mean, $30 from $200. I mean, so much less money, and then just go online and watch some videos and figure out who is the person and what's the message on the card, and put it on the card. So this was, some of the labels are coming right off, but if you're not a stickler for perfection, you can handwrite the labels like me, or you can even type it out and have it much neater and do it too. But just wanted to share it because I thought that was like a really cool idea, and I'm perfectly happy with the way it came out. And so this was my after video. If you're curious about how it started and what the deck looked like before, go to the before video of the deck, the Russian deck, and what it looked like before I played with it. But what a great option for getting out of print decks. I'm excited because there are a lot of decks out there that are out of print, and eBay, you know, I'm not a person to spend hundreds and hundreds on one deck. I'm just not into that at all. And this would do me just fine. So just another option for myself. I wanted to share it, and that's it. So check out the before video. This is my after video of how to get your out of print decks a lot cheaper. All right, take care. Bye-bye.